Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin getting very interesting here at the moment again. It broke out of this ascending channel, which in itself is not a disaster. It means, of course, there is now a chance it comes down lower, but that is actually what you want to have. That is what you need to have, because you can't just go up here without a stronger retracement. There are a few possibilities that are emerging here. So first of all, a few words here. So there is a chance now that Bitcoin has completed its correction. Yeah, I'm telling you that for the first time in 6 to 7 months since we started this overall correction, where I was always saying we have to go lower, we have to go lower, we have to go lower. Now, since Bitcoin did go into this target area here for the very first time early in May, yeah, this was the area below 28.6k where I told you we just have to get into it. And when we got into this, I told you every low could now be the last one. So anything below this could have been the last one. So we had a couple of lows below that, and we need to be on high alert that this could now be the end of the correction. Okay. Throughout this period here, I told you this cannot be the low, yeah, because the price structure is just super messy, and in any breakout, I wouldn't have any trust. Luckily, we came down again, yeah, that was pretty much as expected, and the price with that low, yeah, with that new low has sort of tidied up this whole mess, okay. We came down lower. Here still looked very much like a triangle. We came down even lower, hit one of my target levels at $17,500, and now there is a potential bullish case. There is a bullish case that is forming here. For me, it is still not enough confirmation to really call anything out here. The price structure is still very much evolving. And you have to understand, as soon as a trend is changing, we need to wait first for a certain pattern to evolve before being able to make conclusions about and assumptions about the next moves. So at the moment, it is still very much unclear. So please understand that these wave counts here might be changing again when things get more and more clearer, and then when we have something set up here, then we can make clearer assumptions about the next moves. So there's a couple of ways how this can be all counted. Okay, this could be now in a bullish case, which is again very clearly not my primary expectation. I'm gonna think about making it my primary expectation if we go above 23,331. So something like that, we go higher here and we retest it from above and then start from here. That could then be a case for primary expectation of a breakout. For now, we are just in a sort of turnaround mode and pretty much just in a range, in a sideways movement, you could say. But this here is starting to get a bit promising. We can count this impulsively, but at the moment everybody needs to understand that there is still significant risk that we go down lower and actually make a lower low compared to 17,500, and an ideal support level for that, the next one, would be 16,900. But if we really come down and make a lower low here, I think it will even go down a little bit lower than that, because that is what the wave count would then probably suggest. It depends on which structure is then forming. But for now, I'm just a bit again on the fence, to not being quite sure if this is already the turnaround, of course, because we just don't have enough price information yet. Yeah, but I'm probably one of the few people who actually tells you that there is a case now for turning around, because everybody's still like, oh, we have to go to 10k. Yeah, the same way that everybody was like, we have to go to 100k end of the year. And I told you already in November that there is a case for going below 28.6, which happened. So always be aware that the price will change way before the sentiment of most people, before they can actually believe what is going on. The price is changing and turning around before that. Yeah. So what we see here is we can count this as all of this as a wave 1 to the upside. Yeah. Here with a peak at 21,100, that would have been a first impulse, and we can count this here as a wave 2 down. So pretty much here. The problem I have with that, and I explained it in more detail in yesterday's video, so check that out. It was a long video. But the problem I have with that is that this wave 2 was a little bit short. Okay, again, possible, would be very bullish. Okay, so as long as we stay above this level, which is 19,840, however, I can assume that this was wave 2, an A, B, C, and that we actually advanced in another impulse to another wave 1. Because this cannot be the wave 3, it was too short, and the wave 2 here came down too low. So it's a 1-2, a 1-2, and a 1-2. Possible, absolutely. And that wave 2, I'm personally quite happy with, because we retraced to a level which absolutely makes sense for a wave 2, which is the 78.6% fib level, which is at 20,184. So I'm quite happy with that retracement. Yeah, absolutely. Or 20,200. Yeah. So absolutely. So this could have been very well an A, a B, and a C. And we could now start from here. If this was the pattern, then we need to see now a strong push to the upside, honestly, because this would be super bullish. This would mean we are now in a wave 3, and this wave 3, let me just show you, would need to go at least to the 1.618 extension at 23,200. So we would need to get sort of into this red target, into this red resistance area, and I think we will know that very, very shortly. Yeah, so this would mean it would need to push higher, go above the wave 1 high at 21,660 pretty much, and then go through to into the red area. This is one interpretation of this. The other interpretation is that this wave 1 was never finished, so that there was only one wave 1, which is the entire move up here. And if this is the case, then with a very high likelihood that wave 2 would go still a little bit lower. Yeah, that means it has probably not finished retracing. And we can look at that as well. This would mean that the price would ideally get into the region here between 19.6k and yeah, 18.5, I would say. So this would be, let me just put it on the chart. That would sort of be the alternative, where it would go to into this area if we go below the 19,831 level. So if we put that on the chart here, so let's say that low is taken out, yeah, then the primary expectation for the bullish case would be that we get into this area, that then this would be an alternative wave 2, that not this was the wave 2 up here, but that this is the alternative wave 2, and from here then we start to go. Yeah, these would be the two bullish options that I have on the plate here at the moment. Okay, bearish possibility still that all of this here is currently just a correction, and that we will still come down below the low of 17,500. We need to be on high alert for both options. Yeah, it is absolutely possible. This can of course be traded, but anybody who's trading at the moment needs to be aware that it is still a very unstable and a very early trend that is forming here. If this is an uptrend, it is still very unstable and very early. And yeah, this wave 2 area would be a possible entry point as soon as there is a bullish signal. Yeah, maybe even when you come out of it again. In my opinion, no financial advice, but this is where I would expect it to turn around. If we go below that here, that wave 2 low that you've seen here in red, 19,831, we go below that level, we'll go into this yellow box between 18,500 and 19,670. If we go way below that, yeah, then I think, you know, theoretically you can come down to the beginning of that impulse with your wave 2. But in reality, if you go much lower, then it probably wasn't a beginning of an impulse and a breakout. And then it probably is still all in a downward move. We just at the moment need to be on high alert for both. Be aware that this is now the first time that we can really look at a bullish case with confidence. But confidence is still little. Yeah, we're still sitting on the fence here, observing and waiting for a clearer picture to emerge. But I mean, it's starting to look promising. But what we need to do really is to break above this important resistance zone up here. Okay, and that is my view about Bitcoin at the moment. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.